Now on CoastTV News.
Voter information lawsuit.
It is something that people on both sides of the aisle should be concerned about.
Delaware organizations intervening.
A new sports complex.
All year round thing that can happen down here.
The latest state money helping one Millsboro facility jump to reality.
Fare changes for the ferry.
Hopefully not too expensive.
How much it could cost to cross the bay.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
The ACLU and other Delaware organizations intervening in a federal lawsuit over voter information. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. Our top story tonight is the ACLU of Delaware wanting a federal lawsuit dismissed.
In December, the federal government sued Delaware and 22 other states for their voter rolls. That includes information like your social security number, address, and driver's license number. The state of Delaware refused. CoastTV News reporter Brandon Ferguson live in Georgetown. Brandon, the ACLU specifically mentioned it is fighting for nonprofits.
Maddie, the ACLU of Delaware representing organizations like La Esperanza. La Esperanza is a nonprofit with the goal of assisting Latino and immigrant communities throughout Sussex County. The ACLU of Delaware also representing the Delaware Coalition Against Domestic Violence. These organizations say they just want to keep private information private and not have the federal government misuse information.
Executive Director for La Esperanza, Bryant Garcia, helps Latino and immigrant families with different matters on a daily basis. Garcia says the federal lawsuit demanding voters' personal information directly attacks against the Latino community that are in the process of being in the U.S. legally.
People that we work with, that we have helped become a U.S. citizen, that we have helped register to vote, we know that they've done things according to the law. And we want to make sure that they have no fear of being able to go out and vote.
The lawsuit demands Delaware's election commissioner to provide the federal government with the state's entire voter registration with details. The ACLU says it's government overreach, but the Trump administration says this will make elections, quote, honorable and honest again.
One man we spoke to off camera here in Georgetown says he doesn't mind if the government has his information and that it will not change his day-to-day living here in the first state.
Andrew Bernstein, civil counsel for the ACLU of Delaware, says this should be looked at as a nonpartisan issue.
This kind of request has never been made by a Democrat or a Republican in terms of this sweeping request for data. It is something that people on both sides of the aisle should be concerned about, and it cannot become the norm in our country.
A federal judge will now decide the future of Delawareans' voter information.
The ACLU of Delaware says the motion has been granted to intervene in this federal lawsuit and represent organizations like La Esperanza and the Latin American Community Center. Live in Georgetown, Brandon Ferguson, CoastTV News.
The Department of Justice has sued those 20 states for that voter registration data. And let's get that kind of broken down for you. A majority of those states are blue states, but a few are purple, like Pennsylvania and Arizona. All three states on Delmarva, Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, were sued. Several cases are still pending. Others have already faced legal challenges in federal court.
This brings us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know who should control sensitive voter data.
Let's take a look at the updated results from last news hour. Really split here. 54% saying state government, 45% saying federal government.
And we do have a comment from Pam in Lewis. She says state control of elections is vital to the health of our democracy.
If you haven't voted yet or left a comment, I know we have a lot in our inbox. Please do so right now, and we'll give you those updates tonight at 11.
Take a look inside Game On Sports Complex on Route 24. One side has trampoline courts and the other side still under construction, but it will be turf. CoastTV News reporter Emma Aiken live in Millsboro. The state just gave the complex $2 million for Phase 2.
Charlie, take a look behind me. It's this large blue building here. That's Phase 1. The complex says once that opens in a few months, they'll move on to Phase 2. That will include a full turf and hard court spaces for sports like soccer, basketball, field hockey, and pickleball. The Delaware Office of Tourism awarded grants to 7 sport facilities throughout the state, Game On being one of them. And that $2.3 million going to Game On will help fund Phase 2 for those turfs and hardcourt spaces for those sports that we mentioned. We spoke with people who live nearby who have mixed opinions.
Yeah, I think it'll be great. I think it'll get a good reception.
My concern is the traffic and everything is just unbelievable on 24.
The complex will also be available for rent for birthday parties and other events. And we spoke with the owner today. He said he hopes they'll open by the end of April. Reporting live here in Millsboro, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
Fare changes for the Cape May Lewis Ferry are up for debate tonight. A public hearing at 6:30 will give riders and community members a chance to share their thoughts. Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber takes a closer look at the changes and how riders are responding.
The price to take the Cape May Lewis Ferry could get some changes. The Delaware River and Bay Authority says it is looking at raising the in-season vehicle fare anywhere from $3 to $6. Rick and Kathy Hillier, frequent riders of the ferry, hope increases stay on the lower side.
We probably take it about 7 times a year to go back and forth. I think they have a big operation there, so hopefully not too expensive.
According to the Delaware River and Bay Authority, one proposed change would be increasing the amount of time that children ages 6 to 13 can ride the ferry for free. Currently, children can ride free from November to March, but the proposed change would expand that from October to May. Staircase pricing is also being considered, meaning as capacity decreases, DRBA says prices step up by $2, $4, or $6. Organizers say the fare structure is usually changed every other year. DRBA says if approved, changes will go into effect before summer 2026. For Coast TV News, I'm Elisa Weber.
And more ferry cancellations due to icy conditions last week and this week. Winds Tuesday morning trips are canceled. All were canceled today.
Not good weather for the ferry there as we take a live look outside into Ocean City. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now with a look at our forecast.
That's kind of an interesting thing. We have been so cold in the past that if we go back to regular cold, it might feel like a balmy day. But we'll see what I'm talking about. We're at 28 degrees currently in Ocean City, and then we're going to drop to like 23, even though we're expecting cloud cover to stick around throughout the rest of the overnight period in Ocean City. Overall, we're staying quiet. We're not under any weather advisories or any cold weather advisories or warnings or anything of that such. So that's an improvement in and of itself. And we're expecting for temperatures to kind of slowly simmer its way back up to the norm for this time of year. But keep in mind, that's courtesy of the winds coming out of the south for Tuesday. That's going to get that ball rolling up or down that hill the way we want to, because temperatures will still feel like the teens.
This just in, Ocean City Councilman Tony DeLuca has submitted his resignation from council effective February 8th, yesterday. According to the town, the decision follows ongoing debate over whether or not DeLuca meets the residency requirements to be on council. DeLuca said he was spending more time at his Annapolis home due to a family matter, and after resigning, he told, quote, Coast TV, quote, family must be first. A special election will be held to fill the vacant council seat. We have much more on the resignation and the history behind it right now on CoastTV.com.
New at 6, the blood bank of Delmarva has declared a blood emergency, meaning that the region's blood supply remains critically low following a prolonged post-holiday decline in donations that never fully recovered throughout January. The blood bank is operating with less than a 2-day supply of blood for more than 40 hospitals across Delmarva. Governor Matt Meyer announced that requests for a proposal are now open for initiatives under the governor's Rural Health Care Plan. That includes a new medical school and mobile health units in rural areas. The governor says the funds will be awarded after a competitive application process, which is open now. We have a lot more on this story right now on CoastTVNews.com.
And we have a lot more news to get to right now.
One of the most important games for all seasons for Bayside basketball playing out tonight on DSN. We're going to tell you what's at stake from Parkside.
And we've been through such extreme cold from last week and last weekend. A normal day might feel like, well, a beach day.
But first, Ocean City is packing February with more events than ever before. The economic impact when we're back in just 60 seconds.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
It might be the off-season in Ocean City, but the town is still finding ways to draw in visitors.
From sports to convention center events, February shaping up to be a busy month.
Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zapay shows us how this could bring in more business and more dollars into town.
Although no one is making waves during the off-season, the town of Ocean City is still keeping busy with a full calendar of events lined up for February.
February is really unique here in Ocean City. You know, it's kind of like the calm before the storm is what I'll say.
According to Tom Perlazzo, the director of tourism for Ocean City, the town has more events planned for February than ever before. That includes 2 soccer events, a pickleball tournament, cheerleading competitions, a boat show at the convention center, and so much more. Perlazzo believes all of these additions will help the town economically during the off-season.
Ocean City's evolving in the event space, and I think, you know, people are realizing that, you know, there's 11,000 hotel rooms inside the city, 20,000 short-term rentals. The infrastructure for hosting those kinds of events is in place. It's out of season. The rates are perfect.
Amy Thompson is the president of the Ocean City Chamber of Commerce and believes all of these events will help bring more foot traffic into town.
It's a wonderful way to get, you know, heads in beds for our hotels and for our restaurants and amusements, even to get some visitors that maybe they wouldn't otherwise.
Palazzo says over 50 different and unique events are on the table for the months ahead, including an LPGA golf tournament and even a Super Girl Surf Festival. Whether those events will come to fruition is something Perlazzo says people will have to wait and see. I'm Kevin Zapay, Ocean City, Coast TV News.
Coming up next, Paul Williams in our Coast TV First Alert Weather Center with your full forecast after this.
So the chill is still in the air, but at least the extreme cold has kind of been sashayed to the side for at least a brief moment or two till we get to, let's say, probably Friday morning. Now, we're holding still on the cold side of things right now. It gets better Tuesday, Wednesday. Gets better. But we're at 28 degrees right now, ocean view. Dropping down to 23 by 10 o'clock, and we'll have scattered cloud cover in place. Live radar indicating we're pretty clear. We're no longer under any cold or extreme weather advisories, watches, warnings, or anything of the sort. So we are indeed bone dry and clear at this point. Precipitation, really not an issue for this entire week. We may get a blip or two here, but that's going to happen when most of us are asleep in the first place, and it will stay rain, not frozen or ice. 21 in Milton, Redden, as well as Georgetown, Seaford, Millsboro, and Delmar for the overnight low. So we have our fair share of extreme cold still in place, but get a load of this. Temperatures in the 40s and the winds coming out of the south, that's going to help support a normal kind of day, not this extreme stuff, okay? So, you know, we're looking at, for example, Tuesday morning, start off in the 20s, and then we have the winds out of the south, and we are in the 40s. So that's going to feel like a normal day. Now, remember I said we have a smidgen of rain? This is what I'm talking about. 4 o'clock in the morning, unless you're working a graveyard shift, you won't even see it. You'll have to be in Millsboro, south of Georgetown, and east of Delmar to even see that. Then it moves quickly and scurries out of the way rather rapidly. The big deal is the winds, because by the time we get to Wednesday, the winds are going to start knifing out of the northwest at about 30 to 36 miles per hour, particularly Wednesday afternoon at about 4:30. That's when that uncomfortable breeze is going to kick in, but that's also when the temperatures will rise a little bit better. You see, here's the thing. As we go into Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to see temperatures climb to either the norm for this time of year or just slightly below it, and then we'll actually get another bump by the time we get to Saturday. But that's a far cry from what we've been experiencing. And the wind chills are going to be interesting because they're going to go back and forth for us, because by the time we get to Friday, we're looking at about 14. So we're going to take a nosedive back into the cellar by the time we get going. For Sunday, we do have rain that's going to begin to move its way into our neck of the woods going into next Monday. But we're going to be above freezing, so I'm not overly concerned about another sheet of ice beginning to cause us some concern as a result of that. But as you take a look at our 3-day beach forecast, we're going to go from the 40s down to the 30s for Thursday. So Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be our warmer days. 43 and 43, for example, in Fenwick Island, Tuesday and Wednesday. And for Lewis, 43 and 43. Then we dump back down to 37 by Thursday. So in rolling all this up together, 18 for tonight, 46 for tomorrow, slight relief for tomorrow, and we'll go to 47 on Wednesday, but then the winds kind of kick in as well. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. And even 39 looks like a treat right now because it's been just that cold.
It really does, Paul. Thank you. Well, in case you didn't know, the Milan Cortina games are airing on Coast TV, and we have a look at the medal count so far. Take a look at your screen. Italy on top with 9, Japan with 7, Norway with 6. And do not forget, you can only watch the Olympics right here, February 6th through the 22nd, here on Coast TV. And while the Olympics are running due to the Winter Olympics from the 9th through the 20th, so that's today, you can watch Jeopardy on our sister station on Fox 21. It's the same show, the same time, just a different channel while the games are on.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
DSN's Game of the Night sticks in Salisbury, where an important one for the Bayside South plays out. Pocomoke boys basketball makes the trip to play the team you see behind me, Parkside. Both of those squads are nipping at Y-High's heels for a chance to rep their division in the conference championship. Right behind Butch Waller and the Tribe, because Pocomoke comes into this game 15-3 and Parkside 14-3. Both teams already with double-digit wins in regional play. Parkside nearly upset Y-High earlier this year. Those are the highlights you're seeing right now in a game that was decided by just 3 points. We'll see how these two do against each other tonight. The Warriors of Pocomoke, under veteran 23rd year head coach Derek Fuchs, they have really hit their stride. They lost 2 of their first 5 games since they have lost just 1. Meanwhile, the Rams, their most recent game was just a 1-point win against Washington, who has a first-year head coach in Corey Holden, but is getting things back up to speed. You can tune in right now on DSN. Have a good one, Delmarva.
Soaring Over the Shore is sponsored by Morse Roofing and Siding.
Canopied treetops break up the heart of downtown Lewis. The 4th Street Preserve, 30 acres of open space, is here to stay. This parcel on 4th Street is the oldest deeded property in Lewis. After an $8 million fundraising campaign, including the Race for Open Space, this urban forest will remain for the community, with new trails and native plants on the way. It's a piece of peace and quiet in the heart of downtown Lewis.
In Salisbury right now, we're at 27 chilly degrees, and we're going to stay on the chill side. Now, we are totally clear at this point, and we'll see increasing cloud cover. We're clear of any precipitation as of right now, not really an issue. Our umbrella giveaway winner is John Barrett of Ocean View. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis, property restoration experts. Now, our temperature is going to finally get back to where they should be for this time of the year. So, if you want to know what's happening with your forecast, all you got to do is call our weather line, 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away, sponsored by the law offices of Bruckstead, Mandalis, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. Hey, 46 and 47 degrees for Tuesday and Wednesday. 47 is actually the norm. We're going to get back to normal, good old-fashioned, red-blooded American temperatures for the wintertime. And then we'll get a little cooler on Thursday, Friday, but then just in time for Valentine's Day, you and your sweetie will get a chance to warm up to like 48 degrees.
Hey, I'll take it. Thank you, Paul, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And don't forget to tune in for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.